The New York Times originally just saw itself as a newspaper, and I think it realized that it was a storyteller. It was an organization that had a mission that went beyond printing something that it delivered every day. There was really something more core to the organization's purpose. So it took it a while to go through that transition. I think originally a lot of the work of the organization was built around delivering that physical object, attaching to it the forms of advertising that made sense in the context of a printed paper. And as those things slowly were stripped away by the market, really, they weren't choices the organization took, but our classified section became irrelevant. You no longer needed the printed copy to get news to people quickly, and in fact became much more convenient just to reach into your pocket and use your mobile phone to access our journalism. Then I think the organization realized that what was left at the core of it was its ability to observe important things in the world and tell the stories in ways that our audience was really hungry for. We have people all around the world witnessing important events that I think we all need to understand and need to act on. And really that was what was at the fundamental core of the organization, and that ultimately was what our audience and subscribers were excited about and prepared to pay us for. Yeah, well, there were a couple of major trends that I think the organization had to respond to. I don't think we drove them. The first, of course, was just the rise of people's web browsers and the use of the desktop web. The second was the rise of mobile internet and the transition away from the desktop computer to our basically constant online ability. And then the third was social. So the social web really replaced people's behavior in going to a website directly and replaced it with a feed that was curated by articles that were shared by friends and people that you followed. So each of those were major transitions for the organization. We had to completely redo the way that the stories were told for a web context, and then redo that again once people started to transition to mobile, which is now the fastest growing source of user hours, basically, or use of user hours.